Hello! It's Friday. It's exciting Friday. Of course, it's World of WoqlCraft, and it's super hot here in London. Actually, it's really hot, and I actually have a fan on my table right now. So if it's like too loud or very disturbing, let me know. I hope it's not because it's a very small one. It's relatively quiet, and I've been drinking iced coffee whole day, which is great. I think I'm quite ready for the summer. and mm, so what we are going to do today is just going to continue what we've done last week. So last week we have done the IMDB movie data set. So on the right hand side you'll be able to see it. That I don't know why my mouse is there for a second, but yeah, if I zoom in, then maybe it's easier for you to see that we have. Whoa, okay, it's a bit weird how they gotta do this, but it's not doing very well. Like it's zoom in, but it's like it's not showing anything useful. Um, right. But anyway, yeah. Anyway, it's a data set that is from Cargo, and this data set is actually consist of all these the actors and directors of different movies, which also like they are labeled with different genres and have a description. And so yeah, it's the year. Actually, have had a look at the metadata. So it's like for these CSV, like all the movies are from 2006 to 2016. So it's a little bit like outdated, but it's fine. We just gotta show you how we're gonna use that in our WoqlCraft. So that's alright, I guess. And I love it because it's relatively simple, and you're not seeing the code properly. Sorry about that. Let me make this more readable. And yeah, because like sometimes I have to juggle between like whether showing you the preview like clearly or like showing you the code, so it's quite difficult. But now yeah, I hope it's easier for you to see. And still some code that is like covering up a little bit, so maybe like let me see if I can change that by moving the windows around. Yeah, it doesn't change much, is it? Okay. Yeah, I wanted to wrap around that bit. So yeah. Okay, now you can see the code more, I guess. So can I squeeze it more so you can see? Maybe push it a little bit like on that side. Yeah, sorry. It's like I know it's really difficult to see. But anyway, I can explain the code a little bit for you. And yeah, it's really struggling. I really struggle to make the expect right for you to see the code because like all the previews and stuff like covering half of the windows is quite difficult to see, and the code is quite long as well. So yeah, I hope now it's better. So right, and yeah, so last time we have built a schema. So the schema actually like we use this by the way the Waco client that we use the TerminusDB client that we use is actually the new one. So last time we used I think it's open 1.1 or 2. But now it's been upgraded to open 1.4. There's some minor changes to it. I think that the biggest change is that I add something like set DB here, so I think it's kind of make more sense because now you're setting it, so I think that's better. And so yeah, last time I built a schema there that we created actually like three doc types. That is the movie, the person, which could be a director or a actor, or could be both. Someone can do both things, and a genre as well, of course. And the movie, I've built up all the properties for it, and it's already in our graph. So let me show you there. I got so many of them, and if I can make it bigger, let me get in there first, and I can make it bigger for you to see. So there's no documents there, which is correct because we haven't loaded the data, but we got the schema there. Oops, it's so difficult to like control this window. Sorry about that. Yeah, okay. So yeah, it's jiggling a bit. Sorry about that. And so yeah, we have like three classes here, like I said before, and we got the properties right there. Okay, And so now today we gotta write that function here. You can see like we have this loading data is doing nothing right now, so we better load our data today. So so what I gotta start with, I think I gotta start with, of course, like adding this bit down there, and the client's gotta be the clients, which is yeah, spelling mistake. And for the file name, I'm sorry, I have to bring this back here, so I could copy this file name here. And I gotta do a, yeah, this is how I do it. I gotta do a rename, and I gotta copy this file name. And, yeah, come back to the code and hide this one so it's more readable. And I gotta replace the file name with that. Right. Okay. So this is prepared, and now we just need to write the whole function. So we'll use the cargo one to preview our um our CSV because it's easier to see rather than my rather than my atom, because it would be just like a bunch of you know comma separated stuff. Okay, so right. So what we're gonna do is that we gotta use. You can use anything that read in a CSV. There is the standard library, CSV standard library in Python that you could use. But I prefer pandas because yeah, I really like pandas. It's just because I've used panda for a long time. It works very well for my data science work before, so I just gotta keep using it. So what I gotta do here, I gotta read in the file first. So I gotta do a df equals to, like all the data scientists will do, and read CSV and pd.readCSV. Yeah, and I gotta put the file name in here, so it's gotta read in a file for me. Okay. Oh, yeah, it's sorry, it's a bit too hot, and my brain is a little bit jelly. It has been melted, so sometimes I'm not very sharp today. I'm so sorry. It's really really hot, and I sleep very late because I really can't function in this heat, and I have spent most of my time working in the night. So yeah, that's why I sleep very late and not really functioning well in these days. Um, mm. So first of all, I think we gotta just create all this object like we did here. Um, so actually, what we can do is that we can use oh no, like let's try not to use pandas. Let's see if we can do it in WoqL actually, because like that's actually faster if we read it in with WoqL. But the thing is, like, why I was thinking of using pandas is because we have the comma separated, for example, genres. We have all these like comma separated stuff that's inside. So I was thinking about using pandas to clean it up, but actually I'm thinking like, cause we can totally do that with our pandas. So oh sorry, my background is white again. I don't know why it's not showing up. I think I have to maybe update my OBS or something, or maybe I should try to use another program, because it's a bit funny that it's not recognizing the atom very well. At least when I'm not focusing on it. So anyway, so let's try not to use Panda for now. We could basically just load it in with our WoqL. So let's try doing that first, because it's totally doable. I think so I reviewed it, like I read the code again, and like actually we can break those comma separated entries as a list of objects, so it's totally doable. So let's try that. So we'll have our CSV file, read CSV. Let's call it read CSV equals to. I would do a WoqL query dot I would say like get, and then it would be inside there will be stuff, and I can do file. Oh, I have to put the file in. I have to put the file in the Docker container. Is it? So okay, I would try to write that first, and then I would see how we gotta put it in the Docker container, because for it to read it, I need to put it in the Docker container, or I can actually host it. Ooh, I can actually host. Oh, can I call it directly from the cargo? I doubt it because I have to download it to make it work. So let me see. Yeah, I think I have to. Let me try something. Sorry about that. I was not really planning it out. Um, but yeah, I think yeah, this download button only works when I have logged in. Is it? Yeah. So maybe I can put it. Oh, I can put it on. I put it on GitHub and do it there. Yes. Just give me 1 sec. I gotta. That's what I'm gonna do. I gotta first push this code into. I think I've pushed this code into the. No, I haven't. Okay, so I'm gonna push this code into the GitHub, and I'm gonna call it from there so I can use remote. It's a life hack. It's hacking, and yeah, that's why I love GitHub because like it kind of let me to do like to host things for free. So it's okay. It's just a small CSV. It's fine. So yeah, what I gotta do is that I gotta add uh, movie graphs example. Right, I gotta commit to master, and I gotta do a git push upstream master. I think. Yeah. Oh, I haven't. Wait. Yeah. Oops. Uh, sorry about that. Yeah, I'm like, as I said, I'm not very bright today. Yeah, that's correct. Git push upstream master. Right. And it's taking a while. I hope there's no conflict, no fast forward. Yes, okay, it works. So let's go to GitHub here and grab the link of where it's hosted. Yeah. It's really hacky today. Sorry about that. It's like I suddenly have changed my plan. It's me, like random and not planning well. That's just me for you. Sorry. Right. I have that CSV here, and I can actually click on it and go to raw, and it will give me a link that I could access the file. Okay. Copy link addressed. And sorry about the white background there. Atom, you failed me so badly. I gotta do a remote because now I have a remote version of it, and I gotta just paste it here. Yeah, haha. I hope it works. Otherwise, I'm just a fool. Okay, so let's do a WoqL query. Um, dot s. So I gotta have a gotta have all those things that I gotta check on cargo again because like I said, my brain is jelly and I can't remember. So we got a title there. So I gotta load in the title as title, I guess. Title, oops. Title, and it's gotta be called a variable name. How should I call it? Just title, I guess. Title raw. Yeah, in case we have the wangling afterwards. Wangling. And S. So what else do we have? Yeah, this indentation is horrible. And recently I use black a lot because like all this stuff is really hurting my brain to like indentate myself. All this WoqL and JSON and everything. So like black is my best friend right now. So it's do all the auto formatting for me. I don't have to worry about a thing. Genre is yeah, genre totally needed some wangling. I have to break that into a member. So just like call all of them raw for now. So yeah, genre. I call that a genre raw dot s. So what else do we have? We have actually um, a description. I wonder whether as like no get need to take a list of WoqL rather than a bunch of WoqL chaining together. Let me cheat and look at the code. And for s is Yeah, you can just chain them together. That's great. Oh yeah, by the way, I have to use WoqlS. Yeah, because again, it's it's not allowed in Python. It only works on JavaScript because, as in Python, it's a keyword, so it's reserved. I can't have a name of a function called as, so I have to do it like that. Description, I would just call it description raw. Right, raw, and yeah, so sorry about that. This is like very difficult to see, and I would rather like I really want to have black so I could make this tidy without putting too much effort. So director as well. Director, we have to do the wrangling as well. I'm pretty sure. In case there's two directors, I think it's very rare, but it could happen. Uh, and also we have to put them in as the object as well. So definitely need some wrangling there. And you have to watch me type. Sorry about that. Actors. Um, yeah. Oops. And then this is actors row, and yeah, I have. Sorry, I'm like peeking it over my browse my editor there. It's not very cool. And year, and this is right, and I have a runtime that is also a runtime. Yeah, this also need wrangling because I have to do a typecast. I already like when I'm importing them, I already think about, what am I um, gonna do with them afterwards. So, but I would call them all raw anyway, just to like identify that these are the raw columns in the CSV. So yeah, rating. Yeah, rating is right. And then this is a what is this? Vote. Yes. Yeah. I just want to make them or like data in there. Oh, and I can't spell like usual. That's just me. Yeah. I don't know why, like my finger always hit the wrong places. Like I think this keyboard is slightly too small, but this is the only kind of keyboard that I could get in a very short time that works with Mac. And yeah, it's a little bit smaller than I like because like with my laptop the keys are slightly wider, so it's gonna really fit well with my hand. But this is like a more compact keyboard that I feel is slightly too small, so that's why I always type in like the wrong characters. Okay, so I have that added in, so this should read the CSV. But before that, what I gotta do is fail-proof trial. I gotta try that on the console first before I load it in, because or I can actually like I can just load it and I can just run that query, but there will be nothing turning back from the Python client, I guess. Or actually what I can do is I can do an execute and then just return that back. Okay, maybe I could try that as well. Return. Um, so I gotta do read csv.execute. We are not done yet, but I'm just like try this intermediate step to see it's working. So yeah, it should return me something. So like if I print that out, so let's say, yeah, oops, why is this square bracket? What am I do? Print result. I should be able to see like a binding that is returned back, which is like difficult to interpret in Python, like without the Wacom data frame plugin. But it will be back soon. Like I've temporarily taken it out because I haven't tested that works with the TerminusDB 2.0 yet, but we will put them back in soon. So probably next week, hopefully. So okay, let's see if that works. And for now, and if not, we gotta put it in the console and see what's happening. We'll see. Okay, so let's clear out this junk. So it's a tutorial, so I gotta go back to the movie. Yep, and then I gotta run it. Oop. Python and right. So what's that called again? Movie. Yeah. So let's see. There are some violations. Is it? What's going on here? Oh, it's so difficult to see because I make it super big and compact for you. So what's going on? Is it like maybe this is the result that got returned? Maybe. It doesn't say violation. It doesn't seem like so. It's horrible. Oh my god. Okay, there's something wrong afterwards. Yeah, there's one violation there. It's coming back. No, the index in name. Um, yeah. What's going on? Revenue. And oh, maybe like did something wrong. Sorry about that. Let me come back here. And runtime. Yeah, I didn't do the right name here. Because well, it's not showing. Okay, I have to look at it in Atom to find a real column name there for me. So yeah, runtime minutes. That's what they call in the data frame. So I gotta better change the name there. So runtime, yeah, that this should be the column name. So I put in wrong column name. That's why I got a warning, like a violation there. So revenue. Oh, I haven't load. Yeah, you have to load all of them, even though you can ditch them afterwards. But you have to load all of them. So that's why it's not happy with me right now. So that's what I gotta do is that I gotta load everything basically, and I could ditch them afterwards. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I think yeah we should. I need to talk to the backend team to see if we can have an option to ditch all the stuff that we don't want because yeah it's a bit annoying and that we have to deal with that. So yeah, meta scores. Wow. Yeah. Cause like if I don't need it, can I like just skip that bit and like not loading that in? I think that's another thing that we could improve in the upcoming release. So yeah, now I have to do this extra effort to make sure that I load it in as well. So but I'm not going to use this variable. This is gonna be a rubbish for me. And also this one I have to add in the rating, is it? So yeah, let's push it there. Sorry, it's a bit ugly. It will be better when I close this window here. Yeah. So, and yeah, all this stuff I don't need, but I still have to read them, and which is disappointing. But yeah, we have to figure out a way to not ignore those in the CSV. Right. Okay, so let's try again. So let's hope it works this time without a violation thing. And it just loaded in for me. And yeah, I think this is the result from it. Ooh, it's still angry with me. Why? Why are you angry with me? And what's going on here? Whoa. Okay. Sorry, I have to really like change the window here, and you won't be able to see it because yeah, it's unreadable for both of us. So at least I can see it now if I maximize it. Um, yeah, type Woql and what's wrong? Why is it angry with me? Did I print that out? Like, why is it printing out? Is it the result that is returned back? I think this is the result that got returned back, but it still got like an error message at the end for some reason. Um, yeah. So maybe not printing it out is a good idea. Okay. Yeah, it just got a big violation at the end. No, this is the binding. Oh no no no, that's what we loaded it in. that that thing that like wallpaper. This is like Matrix. Ooh. What am I looking at? What am I looking at? Oh my god. Okay, so that's the binding. So that's the result. So I think we did load that in. Oh my god. You can see the amazing Matrix there. Now there is it looks like a good screensaver to me. Like if you remember those 80s screensaver. Okay. So let's test. Okay, so it works without like a warning actually. So it's a false alarm. So that's good. That's good. It loads in. So I'm not that rubbish in Waku, at least I think. Well, my window is just going crazy. Okay. So yeah, sorry, like you have to look at all this ugly stuff, and my window got really messed up. Um, right. So it loads in. So basically, if you really want to know what happened, I can show you it in console. So sorry that the Python client is not showing it in a very nice way. But yeah, and also by looking at the binding that I saw before, actually the Waco data frame may work with it. So we just need to test it out again. So yeah, so actually it may work, and I could actually put it back in the next release. So yeah, so let me so what do I oh yeah, okay. I'm a bit sidetracked. I'm thinking about the Python client's development for a second there. Okay, so I'm gonna show you what's going on here. So let me change it into JavaScript. Can I write it in Python, please? And I think I can't. Okay, right now because the Python doesn't change to in the console. The Python doesn't change to what am I gonna say? Change to JSON LD at the moment. As far as I know from yesterday, I was asking about that, and it doesn't go from Python to JSON LD yet. So I can't write in Python in the console yet, but it's coming soon. I assure you. There's just too many things for us to implement, and it just takes some time. So, hello. Do I have to write something? I don't have to write something. Oh, wow. Okay. So if you look at the console on the top right-hand corner, you see that. Yeah, we have these kind of. This is exactly like the CSV that we have. We just like the column names is changed and it's shuffled a little bit, but it's exactly the same thing. So that's how we know that our data frame is load in. Sorry, our CSV is load in. So okay, so this is part one of loading in a CSV. So part two now is that I have to write a wangling. So wangles equals to. So I have a bunch of local queries to wangle it. I wonder whether we can just write it in one chain rather than a list, because I think we implement a auto wrapping of the Waco and that we don't need to wrap it in an anymore. So I think yeah, this is just what I think that we could actually do this thing like chaining it up together. Okay, so let's try it this way. Let's do an experiment. Oh no, let's do it the old way, and then we could change it into the chaining method to see if that works. Okay, so just make sure the old method works first, that we didn't make any mistake. So let's do the wangling. So what we want to do is to, um, first of all, we have to break this. I think we have to do is to break these guys into different stuff. We have to do some typecasting. So let's do the typecasting first. That's easier, I think. So for this years and runtime, these are integers, right? So if I remember correctly, they're integers. So I gotta change them into integers. So what I gotta do is that Waco query dot typecast would be I would change that into a SSD integer and then I will change that and save that as clean. Yeah, so that I know that I've wrangled this stuff. So again, like I am not so confident because like I said, my brain is jelly today, so I'm gonna double check whether I'm doing the right thing. Yeah, so that is done. I did a cast or typecast. Now I think it's called typecast. Yeah, so I just call typecast just to be sure. Yeah, I think I'm doing the right thing for a sec there. Yeah, so that's that. Can I hide it, please? Thank you. Yeah, I gotta do the same for. So yeah, just do the old way first. Just make a list of it. But I think we don't have to. We can just chain them up now. From the like the new interpretation of WoqL. So I gotta do the experiment and change it afterwards to see if that works. Okay. So what we gotta do now is to change the runtime. Yes, runtime is what we want. It's gonna be an integer again. I just gotta this is gonna be like lots of copy and paste work. It's not too difficult. Yeah, and it's actually quite simple for this, like because everything is integer. So yeah, this fairly straightforward. And gonna change this into a clean. Yeah, the votes and revenue we don't care about them, so it's just like let them be. And it's just like we never insert them into the graphs, and they would just be hanging in the limbo and got removed after we have moved on, after the query. Okay. So that's all the typecasting. What else do we need? We have to break those into a break those list into different items. So we can actually do a split. So there's a split function in WoqL. So I'm gonna try using that. We haven't done that before in any tutorial. So what I gotta do is I gotta open up the open up the source code as the reference. Actually, I do have the documentation, but I don't think split is well documented yet. But I can actually try. So that's a terminus db docs and yeah. So that's actually a link to. Oops. No, I actually want to see the terminusdb.com/docs. Yeah, there is a link to the Python client there, I believe. API references, Python client, and I'll let it load for a bit. Yes, so we have. Oh, by the way, we have the new WoqL library there, and maybe next time I can explain what is inside there. But we're gonna do what we're gonna do today. So there's actually a split function there. So if I do a split, yeah. So there's a split function there. So you can actually split that out. So it would be output as a WoqL list. So it's getting more and more complex there actually. And we have to when we insert the thing, we have to loop through the list. But let's try. Why not? We are here to learn stuff, right? Even though we failed, and we can always do it next time. So let's do the split here. I'll go to split, and we gotta do the what we gotta put it in would be a. Oh, by the way, before we do this crazy stuff, let's try executing this and make sure that it works first. Okay, so we do a WoqLN, WoqL query dot and WoqLN, sorry, yeah, and I gotta combine a CSV and a Wangles. Yeah, now I have to unpack it, but if I change them, chain it up, then I don't have to unpack it. I think, yeah, I can even change the CSV, like I could change all of them, chain all of them in one object, and that would be great. So let's try if I can just do this, and whether that will work. So, yeah, I think that makes sense. Okay, I would remove this printing thing because it's just give me a crazy output there. So now, and then if it doesn't give me any output, it means that it works. Otherwise, I will see a violation like this. Like, but why is it printing things out? It's supposed to not print things out. What's going on there? Huh. Is it a print statement hidden like in the WoqL clients there? If so, that would be horrible. Why is it printing things out? That's super weird. Yeah. Okay, I have to do some investigation after the streaming because this is super weird. It's supposed to print nothing, so I don't know why it always print out the query there. It's a bit weird. So I have to do some investigation and probably patch the patch the Python client. I think when someone's like going through the code, like and added a print statement, they forgot to remove it. So sorry about that. If you're using it and found it weird, I would fix it as soon as I can. So there's a violation there, and it can't be changed into an integer because it's not an integer, man. It's like 8.1. Okay, back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board. And what I gotta do is that I would have to. What am I gonna do? Like I'm very like in like not careful about. So is data type object, where does that came in? Enable the cast as. So yeah, let's check out data. And oh, the ratings is not an integer. How come I overlooked that? How come, like, silly me, that the rating should be a decimal? Right. So let's change that into a decimal. Like, we have to rerun the schema, and I hope it will be updated. And let's see if that works. So rating is a oops, what am I gonna do here? Rating it should be a decimal instead. Okay, let's try that again. So yeah, I don't have a print statement here, do I? Let me check. Yeah, I don't, so it's in the client. So sorry about that. I don't know why there's a print statement in the client. Oh god. Yeah. Yeah. This is definitely yeah, for debugging. And we don't have a violation. That's great. Okay, let's do the second experiment. And it's gonna be chaining them up instead of this list. So I gotta remove that and remove this and just chain them up. Actually, if I put it in a bracket, I can break it up so it's easier to see. So that's what probably black would do for me if I run black. But I don't think I have black installed in my current environment, so it's I can't use that for now, so I'll just do it myself. Okay, so let's try if that would work. I don't even need to do this. So one step further, I just chain the wangles up to see if I could just do that. Okay, let's run it again. And no violation, no violation, no violation. Yes, it works. So yeah, great. So a step forward. So I just gotta chain these two together. Okay. So I just gotta call this loading or data. I just call it data. How about that? Boom. And I just gotta call this one data dot. So yeah, I just call this data. And now I just do data dot execute. How about that? That's so neat. And I like simple stuff. Simple is better than complicated. Oh no, I got an error. I got a violation. Ooh, I think I can't do it that way. Then I can, yeah. Okay, so this is a step too far. I guess I can't really chain that up with this. Yeah, because I have to. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. So we just. But Wango can be now chained up, which is great. And at least this one works. So let's try again to make sure. And yeah, okay. Yeah, you just have to wrap it up at the end, so you can't really like chain it here. But that's fine. That's totally fine. Um, right. So what I gotta do now is to try the splitting up things with like splitting the string up into a list and in WoqL. So it's a WoqL list object, not a Python list object. And I gotta also input to the thing there. So it's gonna be a bit complicated, and we'll see. And oh, and also this may be a little bit complicated for us as well because we want to break that up. Is it? So how about we write it in a separate one and we'll join them together afterwards. So we'll call this prep object, prepare object. I don't know. I just store it here for now. We can tidy up afterwards because this is a new way of doing things, so we are not so sure yet. Still, so what I gotta do is that I gotta do a split. Yes, a split here. Yes, and split. And what I gotta do here is that I have to put in the variable that I gotta split is gonna be genre. Okay, so let's put in the genre here, and the separation is actually a comma. And do I have to wrap it in a string? I probably have to wrap it in a string. Do I have to? Let's just to be safe, let's wrap it in a string, but I don't think we have to. Yeah, worker query dot string. So this method is actually make sure that this thing is considered as a string in WoqL rather than a variable or whatever, an object or whatever. But I don't think so. I think this is smart enough to know that it is a character string. Yeah, I think this is smart enough to know that it is not. So maybe, yeah, let's skip that for now. I have confidence in it. So we don't have to wrap it. And what else we have is we have a um, we would have a sorry, my chain of thought is gone. Okay, we have the new variable. So this genre list. Okay, and then afterwards we have to uh, you know, do the genre list into a for each object I have to loop it. So okay, so it's like I think it's called member. Right. What is that? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, member here. Okay. So iterate through a list and return a value of each member. So this is exactly what is doing here. So turns out, so is the WoqL list variable. Let me have a thought. A WoqL variable representing an element of the list, and so the list variable should be second argument, and the member would be the first argument. So okay, let's try. I've never used this actually, but I know that it's there because I've written the code. So but genre list, and there's a WoqL list element that we have created, and this should be just a genre, one genre. Running out of names. Okay, so and then we could do an ID gen, I guess, to generate that into a but that's gonna be interesting because an ID gen is taking in so we have a list of list, which is funny. I don't know whether we can do that actually. So maybe I have to do some off-screen research of how to handle this ID gen. So usually what we're gonna do, we'll have a prefix, so it's gonna be genre, right? And the second thing would be the list of things that we gotta identify it. But now we have this one genre. I don't know whether that would work. So that's question mark, question mark, question mark there. I have to do some research off screen, I guess. And the last one would be the last one would be the thing that we gotta store. So it's gonna be genre object. Okay, so it's like or genre ID, genre object ID actually. So obj ID. Yeah. So that's what I think is the case, but I suspect that it's gonna be a little bit like I'm not so sure about this bit to put in a member inside. So maybe yeah, like let's check ID gen. I'm pretty sure that it doesn't work that way though. It's a yeah, it should be a input var list. So variables to generate the ID for. Um, yeah, I will have to go back and check with my colleague to see how this works. It may be something like I don't. This is something I've never done it before. I have to really check and look at other code. And I also have to solve that mystery of why is like printing things out. I think we are missing it. But we have linted before. If I have a print statement, I should probably know it. This is super weird. I have to really check what's going on. Um, so sorry about that. We have a hurdle. So this is a $1 million question. Okay, $1 million question. I can't give you a $1 million, but I think it's something that you could try solving it and let me know. So you can look very smart and smarter than me, and yeah, try to see like how this gonna work and to kind of make an idea out of all these genres that we have there within here. Cause like yeah, cause like I can easily do that with pandas. Actually, I can break all of those out and kind of find a unique set of those. I can do it easily with Python. I can find a unique set of those. But I want to do it in WoqL because if I send it to the backend, it's gonna be running in a more low level. It's gonna be quicker rather than like I try to fiddle it in with pandas. So yeah, that's the bit that like that's why I was planning to do it with pandas and in Python to clean it before I load it in. But I was thinking like I'm not taking advantage of WoqL that much, so maybe I should do something more risky. And now I'm kind of like hitting a wall. So, but that's how you learn stuff. That's how you learn because you're stuck and then you try to find a solution and then you got the aha moment that now you know how to work. So, I guess that's it for today. I'm sorry that like we don't even like we can't finish loading it in, but I think it's good that we have find the questions in our minds that actually like someone would actually ask you know if someone may have the same problem here. So if I solve it this week and then next week I can show you how to do that. And if you really want to know how to do that, I would say like stay tuned next week and I will show you how to do that. I think that's it for this week. Sorry about that. I hope you enjoyed watching me struggle. And so yeah, I will see you next week. Bye bye.